The Blue Collar AI Playbook. This is the Blue Collar AI Playbook. The point is not to replace techs. The point is to compress time and reduce mistakes. On the left, you've got ladder logic and real-world inputs. On the right, you've got modern silicon, microcontrollers, memory, interfaces, and AI accelerators. This playbook is about using AI like a tool, cross-reference fast, sanity check logic, and build testable troubleshooting steps. Heavy infrastructure outlives its digital control systems. Most heavy industrial hardware lives 20+ years. Digital control systems and their documentation often live 5 to 10 years. That mismatch creates what this slide calls the silicon gap. The silicon gap is the operational void where the hardware is still running, but the digital brain and the documentation have drifted or disappeared. This is exactly where AI helps, by connecting scattered information into a fast, testable plan instead of tribal knowledge guesswork. Treat AI as a logic emulator, not a creative writer. Do not treat AI like a casual chatbot in the field. Treat it like a high-precision cross-reference engine. A prompt in the field is not a chat. It's a strict set of engineering instructions. AI is most useful when it is simulating basic logic gates and truth tables to troubleshoot complex sequences. If you let it get creative, it will confidently invent details you never gave it. Prompting follows strict input/output principles. Think of your prompt as sensor data going into a processor. The AI engine is the processor, just like a microcontroller or a PLC. The output is a control signal, your troubleshooting steps, and your next actions. Context is the difference between a good answer and a dangerous answer. Garbage signals in can mean catastrophic signals out. Same rule as hardware. So your goal is clean inputs, clear context, and output steps you can actually execute safely. Prevent hallucinations. Using the SCTC framework, field-ready results require field-ready syntax. This framework prevents hallucinations by forcing structure. S is system. Define the role and bound the expertise. T is task. Define the exact objective. C is context. Define the environment and the real-world details. C is constraints. Define the non-negotiables, safety, ratings, and limits. If you do nothing else, do this. SCTC turns AI into a disciplined assistant instead of a confident storyteller. Prevent hallucinations using the SCTC framework. Field-ready results require field-ready syntax. This framework prevents hallucinations by forcing structure. S is system. Define the role and bound the expertise. T is task. Define the exact objective. C is context. Define the environment and the real-world details. C is constraints. Define the non-negotiables, safety, ratings, and limits. If you do nothing else, do this. SCTC turns AI into a disciplined assistant instead of a confident storyteller. Set strict objectives and unbreakable safety limits. Now define the task and the constraints. Task means exactly what you need, extracted or translated, nothing vague. Constraints lock in hard limits, safety classification, voltages, diagnostics rules, and must not change requirements. This example calls out Class 1 Division 2, so the replacement must keep hazardous area compliance. The coil voltage must remain 24 volts direct current, no close enough. The live zero rule is also a constraint. 4 milliamps is a valid active signal, and 0 milliamps is a broken wire until proven otherwise. Executing the obsolete part. Decoder workflow. This is a simple 3-step workflow for obsolete parts. Step 1. Hunt for ghost specs. Find the missing details that modern manuals don't include. This includes voltage, amperage, peanuts, duty cycles, and any hidden constraints. Step 2. Define non-negotiables. Physical footprint and connection style. This means DIN rail versus panel mount and screw terminals versus spring clamp. Step 3. Scan modern catalogs. Cross-reference across brands for a true match. This prevents it-fits replacements that fail on ratings, wiring, or environment. Verifying 4 to 20 milliamps loop calibration parameters. This slide is a calibration sanity check tool. Output current in milliamps follows a simple linear relationship. Span times percent of range plus the intercept. For a 4 to 20 milliamps loop, the span is always 16 milliamps. The input is the percent of range, also called the per unit ratio, from 0 to 1. The intercept is the 4 milliamps live 0. The example is a 0 to 350 gallons per minute flow meter at 204 gallons per minute. This is where AI helps. It can compute the expected current fast, and you compare it to what you actually measure. If the measured current doesn't match the math, you've got a scaling issue, a configuration issue, or a loop problem. So you investigate instead of guessing. Hardware guardrails dictate the final execution. This is the don't fry stuff table. Inputs. Always use pull-down or pull-up resistors to prevent floating states. Outputs. Always use current limit resistors for light-emitting diodes to protect microcontroller pins. Inductive loads. Always use flyback diodes to kill kickback voltage when relays de-energize. Timing. Use non-blocking code, like millis timing, so the processor doesn't freeze during delays. These are not style preferences. These are physics guardrails. AI hallucinates part numbers. Datasheets do not. This is the reality check slide. AI can invent part numbers confidently. Datasheets and manuals do not. The golden rule of validation is simple. Manual verification is mandatory before ordering or installation. Check UL and CSA ratings, so the replacement maintains cabinet safety certifications. Check firmware compatibility, because a physical PLC match is not the whole story. Check the live 0 rule, so you never confuse 4 milliamps active signal with 0 milliamps catastrophic failure. Thanks to Tony Kupalt and the open source community for making high-quality technical education accessible to everyone.